drawings by Rubens. We have the first atlases of Mercator and Ortelius, which is a very beautiful collection. Where we have to go back to the French Revolution to get a bit of history here. And at the end of the 18th century, well, Belgium became a part of France. And what did they do? Well, like in France, they were closing down all the monasteries and the abbeys, and they were taking everything that had a bit of value out of those abbeys, and they were trying to ship it to France. Art collection, but also the manuscripts and the books. And here in Ghent, there was a person he called Karel van Hulten, and he said, no, we don't want that here in Ghent. We want to create with the art things, we want to create a museum. And with the manuscripts, we will create a library, a school library. Well, those manuscripts written in Latin, they were not for school children. It had little success, the school library. And then they changed it in a public library, which hadn't much success either. So what did they do? When in 1850, we lost France, we were no longer under the rule of France, but we became a part of the Netherlands, the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. And then the first king, King Willem I, he founded the university in Ghent. And then the city of Ghent said, we will give the collection to this young university. We were very, very happy with this collection. It was a beautiful and still is a beautiful collection. But it was housed in a chapel. There wasn't a new library available, so they put all the books in a chapel. And every time it rained too much, and it rains a lot in Belgium, well, the whole place went damp and the books were damaged. So this young university said, we want a new library. And they wanted to build somewhere where it was high and dry. And they were looking at the highest point of Ghent, which is here. It is called the Blandijnberg, and berg in Dutch means mountain. It's only a little hill. But when you come by bike, it is a mountain. But it is the highest point in Ghent, and this place, this location they wanted. And this wasn't free. There were all houses of laborers here, and they hadn't the money to give them new houses. And well, the university had to postpone the plans, and it was only in the 1930s when the money was available and the place was available, the location was free, and then they could build a university, a library. And then, you know, maybe the architect Henri van de Velde? No? But he's quite famous in Belgium and also in Germany and in France. But if you're from outside Europe, maybe not. But he's quite famous. He started in the style Art Nouveau, where you have a lot of floral patterns, and then he evaluated to modernism, which is about lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, and that is what you're seeing today in this library. And now I'll take you to the garden, where you have a beautiful view to the tower, and I'll tell you something about why he wanted a tower book storage, which isn't very usable for a university. And then we go to visit the inside of the tower, okay?